This quotation is by Baba Ram Das. Have you ever heard of him?
Have not.
He's a teacher. I think he is American, but he's like got an Indian name assigned to him or something. I don't know too much about him, but this quotation is by him, Baba Ram Das. If you think you're enlightened, go spend a week with your family. You guys, you're supposed to be unmuted so I can hear you laugh.
What is that supposed to mean? I don't get it.
Well,
if you can handle, well, she must be enlightened because she can handle spending a week with her vacation with
family.
her family.
If you spent a week with your whole family, Sheila,
Yeah.
your sisters, your brothers.
That's not going to happen.
Right. Well,
my brother and I are the black sheep. That's never going to happen.
Because what happens is the family usually has such a history and it triggers you. The family often triggers you to anger, to frustration, to, whatever. That happens a lot because there's a lot to work through with family. So that's what he's saying. If you think you're enlightened, which, is all peaceful and all this good peace, peace and
harmony,
compassion, and well, it's like if you think you're there, spend the week with your family.
Yeah, I'm definitely not then. I'm not there yet.
But I have a good quotation too by Charlotte Joko Beck. I suppose it's kind of related. Not really, but could be construed. Awareness is our true self. It's what we are. So we don't have to try to develop awareness. We simply need to notice how we block awareness with our thoughts, our fantasies, our opinions, and our judgments. We're either in awareness, which is our natural state, or we're doing something else. Am I the only one that thinks that's funny? Everything's funny to me today, I guess. It's just Cinco de Mayo day, so woo! But so we'll go through our yoga poses with awareness today. How's that sound?
It's that 5, the triple 5s.
Yes, and 5 is change. Oh, I was going to look that up in my numerology notebook too, as to, and then the 5, 10, 15, the triple 5 is 15-6, which is gifts. So actually, I'm sending out gifts today, but that's all I'm going to say. All right, so any body parts, any issues, things you want to work on today? Anything, any requests? No? The usual, huh? What about Debbie? Oh, low back, sacrum area. Okay. She's been walking up too many stairs on that highway to heaven. All right, so we'll switch over here to speaker view. There we go. All right. My kitty girl is laying on, there's a shelf under it's a circular glass top table that's wicker with a glass top table, and she's on the shelf underneath, and here she comes. I'm on my mat, so I'm gonna have to take her upstairs because she'll want to play and play bite and all that. So why don't you just start with your centering and letting go of anything you need to let go of. And I'll take my kitty girl up, say bye-bye. Bye. Ah. All right, here we go. Such a good girl you are. We're going to close the door now, okay? You stay up here. Yeah, good girl. Thought she might stay there, but all right. Center, come into awareness with no blockages, no thoughts, fantasies, opinions, or judgments coming in. It's an interesting concept. Become aware of your breath in this present moment. So I think Cinco de Mayo represents like our Independence Day on July 4th. I think that's what it's about. I could be wrong, but I've looked it up before and I believe that is. So that represents independence and freedom. Freedom to express who you are, what you are. A powerful sovereign being. Creative, a creator being. See if you can generate that feeling of free expression, including your speech. Impeccable speech. Notice any emotions that are just at the brink of coming into your awareness. And check in with your body. Listen for messages. In the form of sensation. And we can create an intention. I free myself from blocks to my awareness and freedom. Is there anything the world, the universe is reflecting back to you to be aware of? Checking in. And we'll attune to breath. Just take your arms out to the side with a big sweep up overhead and a deep breath. And a slow, long exhale through your nose, releasing tension and toxins. And breathe it up. And one more round. And then just relax your hands, your palms on your knees or in your lap. I free myself from blockages, from shadows, from oppression. And just start with your shoulders, start to circle around, breathe them up, back, exhale down. And reverse. And bring your arms out and up overhead, interlace fingers, turn your palms up for a good stretch. Reach up out of your hips, out of your waist, ribs, chest and shoulders. Reach up again. And keeping your fingers interlaced, just come over to your left, facing forward. Breathe and lift. And come down over the other side. Once more, each side. Breathe, lift, reach. Breathe it up and over. This time, release your hands. Just bring your right hand down and stretch through your left arm. Pull away from your hip. And lift both arms. That'll help you engage your core muscles a little bit. Over to the other side and reach. And both arms lift. Inhale. Breathe out over to the other side. And rotate upwards. Look up under your arm. And reach around for your left knee with your right hand. Lift up to center and then bring an arch into your back, a curve. Remember to elongate in your spine, but press down in your sitting bones and reach up through your heart, through your crown, through your fingertips. Come back to center and around into your twist. And bring your arm back up. Bring your other arm up and over. Lean back and switch your feet. And come over. Let's see. I think we need to come over to your left this time. And then reaching with your left hand over to your right knee. Look up under your arm. And reach up to center. And create that curve in your back. Just arching back like a cat might stretch. And reach up to center. Deep breath. Pull around into your twist. Ah. Press your sitting bones down into the ground and breathe your arm back up to your ear. And come around to the front. And just loosen up in a couple cat stretches in center, facing forward. All right. Now, just bring your palms forward. Just reach your hands forward and slip up onto your knees. Oh, okay. There's a really cool stretch if you come into half lotus or full lotus on your knees. You can come down and you get a nice stretch in your low back. Debbie, if you do half lotus or full lotus, you might try that for your low back. And then we'll lift up and stretch our legs out behind us. Just come down onto your hips and bend your knees and circle around in your ankles. Some egg beaters. Reverse. And let your feet back down. Curl your toes under, kind of pull them under you and press your heels away. Engage your legs so that your kneecaps are lifted and your legs come off the floor to stretch in your calf muscles and hamstrings, backs of your knees. And then let the tops of your feet back down onto the floor and just roll your hips side to side. Now bring your palms under your shoulders so your chest will come down onto the floor. Legs together. Just lengthen out through your toes and through your crown. Press your pubic triangle down into the earth. Legs are engaged. Now, just come into 747, 474, 747. Stretch your arms out like wings, airplane wings, and just lift your legs up. Lift your torso, breathe it up, and fly. Here's your freedom. And bring your palms under your shoulders. Let your legs back down. Roll your hips side to side. Bend your knees and take your feet side to side. Now legs together with knees bent. Reach for your feet or ankles and draw your heels in towards your hips. Stretch your thighs. Now holding on. Very gently and easily press your feet into your hands and let that pull you up just a little bit. Keep pressing the pubic triangle into the mat. Breathe. Lengthen through your neck. No wrinkles in the neck. Press your feet a little further. Open the shoulders and chest. As you breathe, you may rock. That's natural. And lift a little higher. Reach up. Reach, reach, reach. And let your legs down. Let go of your feet. Palms under your shoulders and pull back into a puppy stretch. And now come back forward. Bend your knees. Reach for your ankles or feet. And come back into your bow pose. Just go easy. I mean, at a gentle rate. We're warming up our backs. And release back down. Let your feet down. Palms under your shoulders. Press back into puppy. Now just lift up and come back into easy pose or half lotus or full lotus, whichever works for you today. And now that we've moved, excuse me, a little bit, become aware of your shoulders. Now, bring your upper arms back by your ribs and let your shoulder blades down your back, okay? Sit tall, but let your shoulders relax. Now, let them relax again as though you hadn't started relaxing them. Let them fall further away from your ears. Just keep lifting in your sternum. Now, you may think they're as relaxed as they can be, but try it again, relaxing even more, letting go of your shoulders even more. And anything that's in there, burden, over responsibility, tension, cringing, let it go. Arms are relaxed at your sides. Okay. And then come back in just a few circles around and reverse. And just a little bit of movement with your neck. Just lift up and take one ear over to one shoulder and breathe up in center. Lift up out of your shoulders, out of your chest, over to the other side. Breathe. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come to center. Breathe in. Breathe out as you turn your head to one side. Stretch. Breathe into center. Breathe out to the other ear, to the other side. Stretch it. Relax your shoulders. And then come back to center. Take your chin down to your chest. Let your back open up, the upper back, let it open. And then roll up. Breathe and lift your chin. Keep your neck long, but take it to the back and let it relax. Stretch your chin up. And back to center, and then just whatever movement you need to loosen up There is a nice stretch when you turn your head a quarter turn and then stretch away from the opposite shoulder to bring your head down. It gets the muscles a little differently into a stretch. Sometimes it'll show up where you might be sore and you didn't even realize it till you move this way. Okay, so we're going to come forward again, up on our knees, stretch your legs back. Come into a half plank, just bend your knees, palms under your shoulders, nice straight line from your knees to the top of your head. Take in a breath, spread fingers out nice and wide, and then lead with your chest and come down to the mat. Just sit down for a moment, pull your palms back a little further towards your ribs. Press back up. Use your arm strength. Breathe. And breathe out. Lead with the chest, shoulders back, elbows in, and lower down. Bring your palms just a little further back towards your ribs. Breathe. Press up. And now let your feet down onto the mat. Bring your toes under, press through your heels. Engage your hips and thighs, your legs. Nice long neck. Now let your knees come down onto the floor. Lengthen away from your knees. Draw your sternum forward. Shoulders stay down. Allow an arch to come into your back. Elbows bend and come down. Bring your pubic triangle onto the mat. Press into the mat. And press up and pull back into puppy. Relax your back, your arms. If you need to bend your arms, just come all the way into child's pose. Thumbs by your ankles, forehead on the floor. All right. Slide your hands forward and we'll come into our first downward facing dog. I'll turn sideways here. And just loosen up in your hips, ankles, shoulders. Navel to spine. Activate your core muscles. Heels down. Press into the floor. All right, let's come up into three-legged dog. Just stretch your leg up, reach. Keep your hip bones pointed forward towards the mat initially. Now open the hip and bend your upper leg. Shoulders point forward still. Lift your knee up, stretch it up. And anybody who wants to come into flipping the dog or wild thing, just bring your leg down behind you, but let it pull you into the move. Let your foot down, open the knee and press back. And then come back around into plank and relax down into child's pose. Bend your elbows, let them bend. Move your fingers. Keep the energy moving freely. And slide your hands forward once again. Downward facing dog. Press the outer edges of your feet into the mat as well as your heels. Draw your shoulders down, navel in, and take the other leg up into three-legged dog. Reach it up. And then let your knee bend and open the hip. Lift that knee. And then start to drag around into flipping your dog. Open that knee. The bent knee comes open and arch in your spine. And come back around into plank. Now just turn sideways on your mat and take your feet out to the side. My mat's moving on me. And separate your feet. Tilt your hips up, walk your hands in. Make a triangle. Heels out, toes in. Lower down into your stretch. Straighten the knees. And press back up. Draw the navel in. All right. Bring one leg across and come down sitting on your mat. Good job. All right. Butterfly. Bring the soles of your feet together. And loosen up a little more in your hips. Beating your butterfly wings. And then draw down to the floor. Press your sitting bones down. Draw your knees down. Draw your navel into your spine. Pull it in and up. Knees down. Now a few more wing beats. And pull down, stretch it open. And if you want, you can come forward. Try to lead with your chest and stretch in the hips. And release. Now bring your hands around behind you. Let your feet, the soles of your feet, stay together and just lower down onto your back. Try to roll your hips under. Arms can be at your sides, palms up if you like, but let your thighs open and relax. If you want your hands on the inner thigh, just as a little support, a little assist, that you can do that too. I like to press down in each leg and just kind of jostle side to side too. See if that feels good for you. And then both of them, and then let them relax open. Bring your shoulder blades under. I am free to express. I am sovereign. I am free. Now press your low back down into the ground. Let your knees stay relaxed. Now roll up into an arch. Lift your back off the floor. Press your tailbone down. And roll back down once again. Press into the ground. Now ever so slowly, take your left leg, slide the outer edge of your foot down, straightening your knee very slowly. And let the leg straighten and relax completely. Now the other foot, slide it very slowly. Along the floor, little by little, straightening your knee. Still very slowly, take your time. And straighten your knee. Roll your hips under. Roll your shoulder blades under. Palms facing up. Receiving relaxation. Let everything go. Let everything soften. No holding. You can take your arms out further if that helps you to relax your shoulders. Now, perhaps you think you've relaxed as far as you can go, but allow more. Fully soft and relaxed. See where you might be holding just the tiniest bit. Did you find it? What about your neck? Are you trying to hold this position? Or are you allowing it to happen? No judgment, no opinion about it. Free to express Shavasana. Let go more. Where are you holding? Even the tiniest bit. I'll bring you back in a few minutes. Now start to feel the freedom that comes with total relaxation. Nothing holding you back. No one holding you back. Not even yourself. Become aware of your body now. Notice how it feels. Feel the life force flowing through you freely. Abundant and luxurious. And just move your pinky finger slowly. Just give it a little wiggle. And move your toes. The rest of your fingers. Just pull them in and stretch them out. Reach your arms up into the air, just straight up to the ceiling, and crisscross one arm over the other and pull them in and hold on to the opposite shoulder. Just give yourself a big hug. This is hug posture, hug asana. Actually, it's a good stretch. Now reach your arms back out again, up to the ceiling, and cross the other arm over top. And pull in for a nice hug. And release your arms and draw your knees up towards your chest. Stretch them in. If you want to bring your head up to meet your knees, you can stretch that way too. And then come all the way over onto one side. Press up into sitting. Lift in your spine, but let your shoulders hang. Hands in your favorite mudra. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. The jewel is at the center. And bring palms together in Anjali Mudra. And may you feel free, vibrantly alive, and ready to celebrate. Namaste, everybody. I was going to read this again and I forgot. I was too far away.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody, I wanted to read this one more time in case you didn't get it in the beginning. By Charlotte Joko Beck. Awareness is our true self. It's what we are. So we don't have to try to develop awareness. We simply need to notice how we block awareness with our thoughts, our fantasies, our opinions, and our judgments. We're either in awareness, which is our natural state, or we're doing something else. So where are you at? I hope you had a good experience. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, questions, anything I can help you with, please let me know. And enjoy the evening. Well, it's evening here. Wherever you are, enjoy yourself. Namaste.